Hey, Slick, I tell you what, man. When you do a pressure like that, that's when you got your butt whooped. That's a spanking right there.
Hey, we're joined by NBA analyst, insider extraordinaire, the basketball savant. I refer to him as Slick Rick Bucher. Rick, is your green color an omen to your take?
I'll tell you what, I'm not feeling like a savant right now. I will be perfectly honest. I am trying to figure out how I can explain what is happening with the Boston Celtics. And I must say, you know, one of the things that we're seeing exposed, obviously, is their dependence on the three-point shot and how well they shoot it. And what I did not realize is how much that is the case with Jason Tatum, because I saw Jason Tatum take a step up this year in terms of the go-to guy, in terms of hitting clutch shots, winning games for them at the end. But in doing a little bit of a deeper dive, you know where he was doing that from? He was doing it from three-point range. His three-point shot was better.
Slick, I got to stop you to ask you the question straight up.
Yeah.
Is the series over? That's why I tuned into the show today. Is the Celtics-Knicks series over?
You know, I said when we met this morning, it feels like it. Hearing Jaylen Brown, it sounds like it. What did he say? I think we can get back into this series. Yeah. That, and we got to figure out what's wrong. Both of those things really scare me, or would scare me if I'm a Boston Celtics fan, because it's a matter of discovery. I'm just going back to situations where I've heard other guys, whether it's Draymond Green, whether it's Jimmy Butler, and obviously I'm talking about two guys on the same team, but in different situations. When I heard Jimmy Butler in Miami, like, there was no confusion. There was no lack of confidence in terms of why they lost a particular game. It was, we know what we have to do. We're going to get after it, and we're going to do it in this next game. That sounds like someone who's searching in the same way that I am for how is this happening? Yeah. Because I look at a lot of the numbers from the regular season and what they're doing now. They've won the rebounding battle. Like, I thought that was going to be a big factor in this series. But what it's turned out to be, the big difference is who has the better mid-range game. Yep. Because if you look at the Knicks and the Celtics during the regular season, their ability to shoot the three is almost equal. They both shoot the three just as well. The only difference was the Boston Celtics shot more of them. That's the only reason. And what we see in the playoffs, as we often see, is teams are able to ratchet up, take away what you do best, and force you to do what you don't want to do. And for the Boston Celtics, it's shoot the mid-range shot, and they're just not very good at it.
But let's be honest, Slick, let's be honest. After game one, we could all suggest, how do you miss 45 threes? They took bad shots. But after yesterday's game, they weren't bad shots. The shots simply weren't falling. As simple as that. The shots were not falling. The series is by no stretch of the imagination over. Now, the Celtics, they're losing the game at the end of the third quarter, not at the end of the fourth. They're losing the game at the end of the third quarter, not at the end of regulation. Why do I say that? They were up by 20 with 2 minutes left last night in the third quarter, only finished the third quarter up by 12. They were up by 20 with 5 minutes left at the end of game one, third quarter, only finished the third quarter up by 9. The Celtics aren't losing the quarter when the clock reads double zeros. The Celtics are losing the quarter when the buzzer sounds, losing the game when the buzzer sounds at the end of the third quarter. If you allow the Knicks the opportunity to stay within striking distance like a cobra, they're going to strike. You got to choke them out when you got them choked out. So for me, I'm not going to overreact. It is starting to look dire. Only 7% of the time do you win a series, I believe, when you are down 2-0. I think it's only 7% of the time. So with that being said, it doesn't look good, but the shots are not falling. Eventually they will fall. They're not going to shoot 25% from three again. I believe they turn it around.
Yeah, this thing's over with. You saying the same thing that happened in game one. You saying the same thing now in game two. They're gonna win. New York's gonna win at home. You're gonna be saying the same thing in game three. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. The problem is that we look at the Celtics like so unbeatable. They weren't the number one seed this year. Guess what? To the whole people out there, the fans, it didn't matter. They're gonna be the number one, and they going to the finals again because they are that good. And they are the defending champs. And you look at their roster; it's probably the best roster in basketball. But when you really break it down, when I watch these games against the Knicks, before game one, Slick, I said that the Knicks match up well against them.
Yep.
They're more physical. They are playing a lot harder, right? And when it gets to the fourth quarter, they finish a lot stronger. And I don't care what sport it is, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
True.
And when you watch these games, they're finishing stronger.
Yeah.
The biggest point when I look at these games against the Celtics and the Knicks, it reminds me of Rocky IV.
Rocky IV.
Everybody knew Drago was so strong, so good, unbeatable. Can't hurt them.
Not Rocky.
Lose on game one don't matter. We just better. We gonna win. We'll lose game two. Acho's still saying they gonna win it all. But the Knicks is like, yo, he can bleed. He can bleed. We can beat him. And when you get that first game, it's a little cut. You get that second game, now he's bleeding with two swollen eyes. If y'all don't think that the Knicks is going to go back home and at least win one game, y'all are tripping. I'll tell you this.
Not bleeding,
they not bleeding down 0-2. I'll rest my case.
They're getting, it's different between Shady watches boxing more than anybody up here. He's a boxing expert. There is a difference between somebody losing the rounds and somebody in the 11th or 12th round getting knocked out. The Celtics are up by 81 minutes. The Knicks have led by 12 minutes. In the series, in the two games, that's 48 times 48. You got 96 minutes combined. The Celtics have been leading for 81 minutes to the 12 minutes. So obviously, there's seconds in there that make up the differentiation. The reason I'm suggesting they're not bleeding is because they're getting knocked out at the end of the game. It's not like this is Knicks' body shots, body shots, body shots, body shots, body shots. The Celtics dominate the entirety of the first three quarters of the game, and then the Knicks rally in the 11th or 12th round, if we're to use the boxing analogy, and they're knocking them out. It's not like they're drawing blood the entirety of the fight.
So you just not listening to nothing
I'm listening to you now.
It ain't how you start, James Jones. It's how you
finish, my
talking
brother.
about 3 quarters? Yeah. Great. You look great for 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, when we need it, put that mouthpiece in. Ain't no more subs. Ain't no more backups. All starters in this thing. Let's go. What happens then? They start missing short on jump shots, going to the hole, not finishing. On the other squad, we still in rebounds. We take it. Give me that. Yeah. We shooting shots. Brunson, he wasn't MVP of the league. No, he wasn't. But you know what he was? He was the clutch man of the year. In the fourth quarter, it's all about the clutch. You don't find no clutch in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. You find clutch in the fourth quarter.
And not only that, we keep screaming Celtics, 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 Celtics. The Knicks just walked out of there in they building, winning 2 games. You think they saying we played our best? Bro, we ain't played our best. We've been down 20 in both games plus. We ain't played our best. Big man's been in foul trouble. We haven't shot the lights out of the ball. Brunson in the very first game didn't start playing good basketball till the fourth quarter. They have not played their best basketball. Now we get to go home. It's crazy, man, because on my little group chats with my homeboys yesterday, my homeboy said, it's 100 Knicks fans in there, including the players. He said, give me them versus that gorilla. Give me 100 Knicks fans and the players versus that gorilla because they getting the job done. They not messing around. And now you about to go to the Garden?
Is it over?
It's over. They do not get themselves back in this series. It is over. And they know that. The Knicks know that. The Knicks know, hey, I don't care what we got to do. I don't care. We are winning game 3. They are going to play so hard. They are going to win this game. This series is over. And the main thing is, where's the championship DNA? Where's the championship DNA? You're up by 20 in both games at the crib. Where's the championship DNA? You playing like the OKC Thunder in the first game. You playing like that, like an inexperienced. Where's the championship DNA? Nowhere. It ain't nowhere to be found in Tatum, nobody.
I know we're wearing you out on this.
Keep going, Slick. Where am I more?
To this point, I'll put it this way. Which team looks more confident right now?
Obviously the Knicks.
Yeah. How is that? How are you a defending champion? You just won a championship. You're playing on your home court. I don't care what happens. You should know who we're going to and what we're doing. And I think that that's one of their issues is they're going to Jason, and they have gone to Jason, but it's almost by default, right? Whereas the New York Knicks, we know who we're going to, and we know he's the best at it. So if the rest of us just do our job, like, I'm not even sure it comes down to X's and O's. It comes down to a belief in who you are and how you operate, and the Knicks know exactly who they are and how they have to operate to win.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so, to me, it really, you can break it down from a technical sense. I don't think this is technical. I think it's right here. I think that's the difference for me. And what is shocking to me is that we would be saying that the Boston Celtics have a shakier confidence when you just lifted the Larry O'Brien trophy a year ago.
That's crazy.
I think y'all are, out of boredom, over-assessing and over-analyzing entirely too much. If the Celtics, when the Celtics make their threes, it's a blowout. Now, Will they make their threes consistently to win 4 out of 5 games? To Shady's point, to James's point, to Slick's point, maybe not. But none of us would be surprised if the Celtics go into the Garden and win by 15. None of us will be surprised if the Celtics shoot 15 of 33 from the three-point line. The Celtics win that game 117-94. None of us would be surprised. So if I'm not going to be surprised that the Celtics have the ability and will likely go into the Garden and blow them out in one of the 2 games, I'm not sure yet which one, then I'm not going to come up here and act like the series is over. Shady has waxed poetically. Slick has painted proficiently. Everybody has done all these brilliant things up here, but we are overanalyzing the matter, which is very simple. The Celtics are missing their threes, and last game, they were quality shots.
So real quick. So they got to, if I'm not mistaken, they got 5 more games to win 4 straight.
Sir.
Correct?
4 out of the 5.
4 out of 5.
Yes, sir.
And you think that's possible?
Of course. They won 4 straight in the regular season.
Regular season, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll just say, so your point why they're losing because they're missing their threes.
Yes,
right?
sir.
If the head coach for the Celtics in the locker room after the game, what do you think his message is? You think his message is keep shooting shots because we miss them, we going to knock them down because we make threes? Or is it, hey, guys, we champions, we need to finish better?
Agreed, that.
So you need to lead with that because I'm not worried about them threes. Threes, you going to make them or you going to miss them. That's how it works. My favorite team is the Warriors. We shoot a lot of threes. We're going to make some, we're going to miss them. But when we missing them, we got alternatives we go to. I don't see them doing that. Like my thing now, Tatum, you not making threes. Yo, go to the block. Start in the block. Or let's go to JB now. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to do something different. But I think the main point needs to be in that locker room, we need to finish better. I don't care how many threes we missing. Why are we not playing defense? We up 20. How they coming back? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, the message got to be different. I think when you talk about this 3 thing, everybody can say that. When they make threes when they're open, well, they're not making them now. What else? We champions. When you talk about champions, we got to find ways to adjust.
Yeah.
Right? We can't just
be a one-trick
pony. If we won this championship doing one thing, okay, we can't do it this way in this time.
Not only that,
got to finish this thing out.
Threes, you up 20.
Get a foul. You know what I mean? Like.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.